Hey guys, and welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda. We're continuing the series, and I am fully aware, at this point, I have a problem. I have like a twitch about doing something new every time I come back to a video, to where it's kind of probably annoying if you watch normal Let's Plays. Because, yeah, it's like there is something to be said that there is nice to have some sort of normalcy when every time I bring you guys back, something's pretty drastically different. So I didn't just change the color of the character. I went a bit bonkers. Also, I figured out how to do the thing I wanted to see if I could do, and I realized the thing I wanted to make. Let's go one by one. First of all, the thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to have a build that was limited but had a ton of power behind it, kind of like a gun. You have a powerful weapon but limited ammunition, that kind of thing. So eventually the ammunition's going to go away, and what happens then? That kind of thing. So if you're ever pushed up against a wall, you have that extra kick if you need it. Now, what that is power cells. So Omni Grenade plays off power cells. So does Barricade. So does Flak Cannon. None of these are over the moon powerful, but if spammed, absolutely. I have 4 power cells of this. I have 5, or what is it? 4 power cells of that, and I have 4 powers. Is that right? No, I have 2 power cells of this. Sorry, two of these, which can be increased the more I go down the skill trees. Now right now I've kind of tried to balance them out opposed to Barricade, just because I get more gun damage, and I'm playing off guns, so it just kind of works. But how you specialize, and this is more like an end game thing, because like we have 2 builds we can switch in between. That's a bit much, I'll admit. But how you do that is you need to make favorites. Now how you do that is you go here. For whatever reasons, it's in the Pathfinder profile, which I guess is why it makes sense. But you do a favorite by doing, not that, not that. This. There we go. So these are your favorites. So right now I have my tech. So what you want to do is you want to select whatever mode you want to be in. So for instance, if you want to go over here and select all of the combat ones you chose. So if I go to my other loadout, it'll show Omni Grenade on one of the current loadout tabs. So you want to select all the ones you want there, and then you want to go over to whatever profile you want. In my instance, it was Soldier, and then you want to just hit save. So that's why this one is the Tactical Assassin, is what it is. And then this one is Initiative Commander. Sweet. Cool. But yeah, that's the thing we're playing with today. Now let's go over this, because I actually haven't used any of the other abilities just because we haven't really needed to. Our current build still kicks ass just as fine. But anyways, we're going to go this way. And now, as you guys seen, we just changed on the fly. Now we're Commando. Not like that, but you get it. Anyways, so if I put Barricade down, I have 4 barricades, 5 flat cannons, and 2 Omni Grenades. So if I do this, boom, we have a barricade, we'll automatically get behind. And it's pretty great. It gives us increased damage, as well as gives us extra resistance, and a bunch of other crazy things. As well as just like cover whenever we need it. Our companions can also get behind it, except a lot of our companions I don't think should. Oh, it went away, so it doesn't last that long. Then again, combat doesn't last that long, so I guess you wouldn't really need it. But anyways, we pop one of these down. We can pop another one down right now. Boom. We can only have a certain amount up. Anyways, we have Omni Grenade. Boom, we throw that out. It blows up, does a lot of damage. We have Flak Cannon. It splits out a bunch of shrapnel and starts messing up shop, and we can just keep spamming these out. And that's where the power kind of lies. And then I use this. Then I use one more of this. Do it. I'm blocked. There we go. One of my companions must have been close. But as you guys can see, we just spammed out a ton of damage without any cost of our stuff. And that's what I really like about the build. And by the way, we can just easily go back by hitting this, going up, and then boom. But the negative to abilities is that they're all recharging now, so we can't just swap in between them. And yeah. So that's kind of reason why I think it's neat, is because again, if we're ever in too deep, we have this secret weapon behind us that requires us to just, or not requires us, but allows us just to go ham. Anyways, the other thing was I wanted to mess around with weapons. So one of the things I did is I messed around with all of my weapons, because I have a problem. I'm aware, I apologize. So if we go over to our assault rifle, it is now a little bit different. Not within like the damage and whatnot, but if we go over here, it's pretty different. Current assault rifle is slightly changed. I just got a higher equivalent of it. So it, like, you know how this one is like VI, and then it goes up and up and up, and like this is 2 and etc. Sadly, I was not able to upgrade this one that much. Its base stats are not the best. Whatever. But what I did give it is the ability to fire plasma rounds like I wanted, because I want it to be a beehive. And I also gave it a faster fire rate when hovering, which is, its fire rate is already bonkers, so it just eats through a cliff, but also does a shit ton of damage at that. And I just gave it some mods that increase the base weapon damage by like 7, which is pretty good, I think. Maybe not, let's see. In combat, it's pretty good. And then my shotgun, I gave it the ability to do more damage when I hover, instead of firing quicker, just because it's, I don't know, I typically don't hover and shoot. It just doesn't have, or at least with my shotgun, I typically want to punch or something after that, or use one of my abilities. I don't need to be in the air, that kind of thing. Cool, and that's the build. You're caught up. It always takes like 6 minutes for me to be like, hey, here's what's new, and now we're going. Okay, cool. But last time we took on a giant base in Aladdin, and now we need to go over here, and it was somewhere over here, god damn it. Crisis response. Locate the ship. I got that mission when grinding this area, trying to look for data. So yeah, guys, we're gonna be doing water supply and crisis response in this video. Also, my voice has recently been giving out like a lot more than normal, so yeah, I probably can't record for too long, or my voice might be like, at certain points. I don't know. Also, I can't record so much today, but I'll meet you guys when we're already close. It's literally 2 feet from us. Oh yeah, and I got a new helmet, stuff like that. Not really like the most intriguing, but kind of cool. Kind of cool things.
I'm reading normal temperature.
Hey, kid, don't forget we need to find information on Ania's water source.
Drax, that's literally what we're doing. You fucking ass. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Drax. I'm just called you ass.
I think this is Ania's office.
I'll be the lookout. Check the door.
As expected, it's locked.
A scan should tell you how best to proceed, Pathfinder.
Ho ho ho! Oh, behind the thing. God, I'm confused. Where are we going? Oh, Jesus. This? Yeah, that's right. Okay, I was just like, we're here. I see it. I just don't wonder, why aren't you giving me a prompt?
Got the code for the office door.
Get fucked. I feel like this is really not safe, or how any door would really work, but okay. Parkour, baby. Let's say before we knock down a door, we can't.
We're in. Let's be quick in case Ania comes by.
Can't scan anything, it's all about the data pad. Some mushrooms. What if it's not water that she's giving them, but like some sort of weird mushroom juice? I don't know. I'm not reading this.
An underground lake. That's where she's getting her water. Got the nav point. Let's get out of here.
I mean, we may piss off the mafia, so maybe not the best idea, Shepard, or sorry, Ryder, but maybe we should turn on the vault first. I feel like that's a solid idea, but fuck it, right? Who cares? We're gonna add insult to injury where we're, well, no, I think she'll be like, she'll still try to monetize, but he describes them as like the mafia, so I can only assume she'll convince the people that like it's poison and shit, so it's good to kind of fix this while it's here. Like, it's not an issue, it definitely is. And then again, it's kind of good that she has like it's the way she's keeping peace within that place, so I kind of get it. It shouldn't seem like the worst human, then again, I haven't talked to her that much, so if it ever comes down to like, just let us be, I'm not sure if that's the best choice, because I have no idea who she is as a person. So I could have just royally fucked up, and we might put a crazy person in power.
Worm,
but hey.
stay out of its way.
What is that?
Analysis shows it's a remnant abyssal. Locals call it the Worm, non-hostile and impervious to weaponry. However, I advise keeping your distance.
Good to know.
Yeah, I ran by that a couple times. They're like, the worm, and I just run by, because I'm not having any of it. I'm not dying today, man. Oh, by the way, with my Nomad, very much, have just gotten kind of bored, and we're just using anything else. Like, the Remtech stuff is the best armor in the game, by far. And I'm using shitty armor that buffs my weapon damage a bit. Not even worthy of wearing, but it looks cool, so we're wearing it. Also, it changes things up. Yeah, but yeah, I'm definitely trying to be like squeezing this game for everything it's got, which is a bit, yeah, it's a bit, but hey. Can we scan anything? That's like my new thing now, is I'm just trying to get a little bit of data so I can perfect the build that is already good. Because I'm a psycho, and I really want to make things perfect, even though that's impossible. Perfection is intangible unless it lies within imperfection. Do you get what I'm saying? Probably not, but that's fine. I don't want to have to... We're under the nomad.
Check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters.
Sweet, can I save? Oh, oh shit, I can.
Life support restored.
Really nothing to scan here? I feel like that'd be a thing. But fuck me, right? What do I know? Nothing, apparently. Get hyper defensive for no reason.
It goes on forever.
Whoa. No kidding. Oh, huh. One of the shards is up and running. Really don't, okay.
Huh. I wonder what the Remnant Builders' plans were.
I'm disappointed, Pathfinder. I thought you were someone I could trust. I welcomed you into my home, and you repay my kindness by robbing me.
Hey, I didn't take anything. Left every single drop of water where I found it. Count them if you like.
Very glib. Do you know why I do this? My brother tried to help your people when they first came here. He showed them where to find shelter, allowed them to take freely from our water tanks. He was killed for his trouble. I won't be as foolish as Asgar.
That's awful. You have my sympathy.
I've no use for sympathy. You can keep it. These scavengers respect no one. Not me, not you. But they do respect the planet. As long as they need me to survive, they live by my rules.
You want me to forget everything I've seen?
Exactly. You say nothing. You allow me to protect myself and my home how I want.
You expect me to do this just because you asked nicely?
Your Nexus needs resources to survive. Eladin is rich in those. What I gather, I will share, just so long as Eladin remains mine.
How long have you known about this water?
Asgar and I found it years ago. On a mining expedition, the Remnant nearly killed us. I knew, even then, that I wanted to keep it a secret. It gave us an advantage. It took time to convince Asgar, but he came around eventually. I made him promise.
By keeping this secret, you're preventing anyone from establishing a real home here.
I've allowed your Krogans to stay.
It shouldn't be about what you allow. It's not up to you.
So now I have to sit by and watch you destroy everything I've built. I will hound you every step of the way. This isn't over. Get them! Kill them if you can!
If you can. I like how she was like, hey, let's not get overzealous. I mean, like... Just give it a minute. Yeah, death will happen. It takes a little bit, I'll be honest. It's the only negative to the build. It takes like 2 seconds for you to die, but like, apologies.
You got away. What now?
Get word to Cash. She'll put someone trustworthy in charge of the trading post.
Sam?
As you wish, Pathfinder. I have relayed the information to the Nexus.
Let's hope this works out for the best.
Yeah, I don't know, because to me, again, it's someone controlling the right to live here is a bit weird. Like, that's the whole point, is that this planet is dead and desolate. Like, we want to inhabit it. We want to make it a place where everyone can live. And yes, it's shitty that people are crazy and fucking want to murder people, but it's also like, hey, that's kind of the price of freedom, especially in like a place that is uncharted. Like that is kind of that. And it's shit. It's real shit that happened to her brother, especially if he was being kind. And this might like ripple eventually at some point. Check, whatever, we're close to this spot right here. Let's go ahead and check out the crash site because we're close. We might as well. Oh no. Oof, sorry about that, Nomad. But yeah, we might as well go check out the location, the crash ship. Basically, we went to the tap house. It's like this giant death base on Eladin, and there was a terminal that said something about a crash site, and Drax got really into it, and he's like, hey, let's go look at it, something bad's happening. And I'm like, well, Drax, we're kind of in the middle of combat right now, and I'm surprised you're speaking so calmly. It's really kind of weird, but okay. Looks pretty crash ship to me. Defend the people. Oh, shit. Oh. I'm not sure if that was smart. I tried to do something clever. I'm not sure if it worked out. Oh, let me show you my other weapon. We have this. You guys hear the fire rate just get like, like we fire normally? Do we jump up? Oh wait, let's reload. So we fire normally, and then we jump up. The bee storm is what this thing is called, by the way. It's not really called that, just in my head, because it looks like a bee storm. Ah. Let's talk. Never mind, there's a lot more death happening. Shit. And dead. Whew. We may need to increase the difficulty. It's getting a bit dumb. Talk to the survivors. So we're good? We're okay? How do I, any one of you will do, I guess? Hey. That person there.
Your timing is impeccable, Pathfinder. Another minute and those scavengers might have been wearing our skins.
Nasty crash. Are you guys okay?
Minor injuries. As long as we can get a shuttle out, we'll be fine. I don't suppose you could call for help.
Of course. Sam, relay this location to the Tempest and get them to send a shuttle.
Done, Pathfinder. Help is on the way.
We'll just wait here till our ride comes. I don't expect we'll run into any more trouble. Thank you again.
Yeah! Ryder? Shit, I'm stepping in fire. Yeah, it probably doesn't feel too great. Oh, wrong mode. Yeah, we'll go back to the special bar place and see. Again, I'm not sure if I made the right choice. As you guys may be able to tell, I'm like, oh, I'm hesitating. I'm hesitating on whether it was correct or not, because again, I don't really know. It was one of those weird things where maybe she would be best because you technically owe us, and that could be kind of insanely valuable and shit. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird. I was hoping those would heat seek. It's barely heat seeking, by the way. They move slower and it's mostly bad, but what can you do? Yeah, also, our shotgun's still just amazing. In fact, it's probably better because we don't need to melee people now. I just buff the damage.
Just above normal temperatures.
Sweet, and we got random stuff we don't actually have uses for, but hey. Woo! I guess. Why can't there just be like those pyres of Remtech data? Is it possible to get everything in the game with the amount of Remtech in there? Because that was a trick question. There should be more of Remtech in the game just so you can get everything with relative, not even ease, just like get everything. That doesn't make sense that there'd be like a shit ton of Remtech more so than the points you can actually spend in the skill tree, just because no one's gonna hunt down every specific piece. But we gotta relay to the Nexus something about this. Yeah, I mean, I hope this works out. Yeah. I mean, this planet is kind of supposed to be like the Krogan planet, so... hey, people that are running this place now. You.
Good to see you, Pathfinder. Director Addison and Supervisor Kesh gave me the task of overseeing operations here. With luck, we'll soon see some changes on this trading post.
Now that Aenea's gone, what are you trying to do here?
I'm sorting through Aenea's books and forwarding what I find to the Nexus. The plan is to maintain this trading post and offer support to the Krogan colony. Later on, we may use it as a base to expand Nexus mining operations on Eladin.
What are you going to do about the water situation on Eladin?
The water you found is being distributed fairly. People can expect to receive as much water as they need when they come here, regardless of who they are.
Even the scavengers?
Even them. They've been advised that any abuse of the privilege may result in it being taken away. They seem to understand. For now.
Have you encountered any resistance? Any violence? Is everything okay?
We have enough guards and soldiers to put down any violent opposition. For now, it seems to be working. Perhaps we can rehabilitate the population of the planet, but that's a long ways off.
Well, I'll leave you to it.
We still have that mission to rehabilitate, but it hasn't got like a part 2 like of anything. So I'm wondering what happens. Also, I'm wondering if she says like one she got away, so she's clearly gonna come back. I can't words at all. Then again, I knew I would be able to do that today. Having a very off day, man. You know what I mean? Ooh. We'll say that for the next part. We're going to turn on the vault. We have one more monolith to smack on, and then that's the last vault I think we have besides the main new planet, which we might actually do tonight, or at least get to. Yeah, because we're done after this. We just got to make an outpost after this. In fact, we could probably make an outpost right now. But we're not, because I want to make sure, I like making sure the viability is at 100% before we do any of that. I didn't level? I feel like, okay, fine, fine game, be that way. But guys, there is a subscribe button above me, as well as 2 videos to my right. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, in the next video, we'll be turning on Edilin, the vault, and making this planet inhabitable, making water come from the ground. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, subscribe button, videos to my right. Thank you so much for supporting me here on YouTube, and bye guys. Just gonna be more of this, me losing it. Bye.